So you know the riffs. You'd scream the lyrics.
If I leave, it's mine.
But do you know what's buried under them? Some of metal's most legendary moments are soaked in secrets. First recordings, backmasked mindfucks, and album covers that saw death coming. We're not talking urban legends. We're talking real stories bands don't like to revisit. But we will. So welcome to Demons in the Details. Time to dig up what was meant to stay buried. Let's talk haunted castles. No, seriously. In 1973, Black Sabbath hauled their gear into Clearwell Castle.
We rehearsed in this castle once in Wales, it was. We used to rehearse in the dungeons.
A gothic dungeon lair straight out of a Hammer horror flick. To write Sabbath Bloody Sabbath seemed like a good idea at the time. Instead, they got something else. According to Tony Iommi and Ozzy Osbourne, one night they spotted a cloaked figure lurking in the corridor. They followed it. Doors open, no one's there. Just empty air and a cold chill. When they told the owners response, "Oh yeah, that's the castle ghost." Even Bill Ward started sleeping with a goddamn dagger. That's not metal cosplay. That's straight up fear.
Yeah, all scaring ourselves. Yeah, I mean, there was like this satanic band all driving.
And here's the thing. This wasn't a PR stunt. Sabbath's story stayed consistent for decades. And they weren't the only ones who felt the castle's chill. Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, they all reported weirdness at Clearwell. Did they summon something? Or walk into something already there? Either way, the darkness answered. Now flip that record over. Literally. Backmasking. Where people thought bands were hiding satanic messages in reversed audio. Exploded into full-blown panic in the 80s, and nobody got hit harder than Judas Priest.
Kids will do their sacrificing and their animal mutilation. They'll do it within a pentagram. They'll put black candles on each of the points of the pentagram, a grill over the
In
top
1990, two teens enter a suicide pact. Family sue Priest, claiming the song Better by You, Better Than Me, whispered, "Do it. Do it," when played backwards. Yes, they tried to legally prove subliminal satanic suicide
Survivor
commands.
James Vance wrote a letter to Belknap's mother, which read, and I quote, "I believe that alcohol and heavy metal music such as Judas Priest led us to being mesmerized. A civil lawsuit would be filed in 1986.
The trial was a circus. The supposed message? A slurred nothing. Priest fired back in court. If we were putting secret messages in our music, we'd say buy more albums, not die. They even played random tracks backwards and got lines like, "Hey ma, my chair's broken." Slayer didn't help either. They intentionally put "Join Us" backwards on Hell Awaits. Total troll move. Best troll of all? Tool's intention includes a backmasked message. Work hard, stay in school, listen to your mother. Your father is right. Here's the truth. Your brain wants to find patterns in chaos. The real demon wasn't in the vinyl. It was in the parents' paranoia. Next up, the album cover that became a damn prophecy. 1977. Lynyrd Skynyrd dropped Street Survivors. But the cover? It was the band Standing in Flames.
8 o'clock in Boise, Idaho.
Literally on fire. 3 days later, their plane crashed.
Greenville, South Carolina, for their next show on October 19th, 1977. During the flight, a 10-foot stream of sparks and flames shot from the plane's right engine. Some band members immediately raised concerns about the plane, even telling the lead singer, Ronnie Van Zant, that they would leave the tour unless they got a different aircraft.
Ronnie Van Zant and Steve Gaines do not survive.
Guitarist Gary Rossington vividly remembered a chilling noise that sounded like hundreds of baseball bats hitting the outside of the plane as it began striking trees. They went past the intended landing area and were left with no choice but to crash into a swampy, wooded area. As they grazed the treetops for almost 1,000 feet, the noise got louder and louder until the plane came to a halt.
Suddenly, that cover didn't look badass. It looked cursed. MCA Records panicked, yanked the fire version, replaced it with a plain black background, but collectors still chased the original. The Death cover. It gets creepier. The song That Smell, a song on the album, warns of death in the lyrics.
The smell of death surrounds you.
The smell of death surrounds you. People swore only the band members touched by flames on the cover died. Not true, but the myth stuck. Coincidence? Yeah, probably. But sometimes art doesn't imitate life. It predicts it. You've seen Cannibal Corpse covers. You remember them even if you don't want to. Butchered babies, undead surgeries, corpses doing unprintable things. And the man behind it? Vince Locke. Here's the twist. It's all watercolor. And the band didn't even meet him for decades. They'd send him a song title. He'd go paint a nightmare. Locke's work is graphic, but it's also very calculated. Beautiful in a sick way, like an anatomical horror poetry. Paul Mazurkiewicz once said, "We're just trying to match the music." The brutality of these covers isn't shock for shock's sake. It's honesty, a mirror held up to their sound. And that's the actual disturbing secret. There's no hidden evil. Just a band unafraid to show you exactly what their music sounds like. So not all demons live in wax or ink. Some stay in the venues. Let's start with the Rave in Milwaukee. A girl drowned in the basement pool decades ago.
A young girl tragically drowned in the 1940s, and to this day, some people hear splashes, screams. There's no water in the pool, it's drained, but you hear a bunch of noises like there is water. It's not a fun place to be by yourself.
Musicians say they still feel her. Jason Allen Butler said he met something up there he couldn't explain. Let's jump to Roseland Theater in Portland. Haunted by an employee murdered inside. People still feel watched. Cold air, flickering lights, the usual haunting kit. But the real heavyweight? Cincinnati Music Hall.
Picture this. A massive Gothic structure located at 1241 Elm Street and built on top of an ancient burial ground.
Built on a pauper's graveyard. In 1988, workers installing an elevator hit human bones. No metaphor, actual corpses. Even the former conductor said he felt spirits watching him work. Are the buildings just old? Sure, but maybe there is more to it. Think about it. A venue packed with thousands of people, screaming, vibrating, bleeding emotionally, night after night. Energy like that doesn't just disappear. Maybe that's what ghosts feed on. Ghosts. Backwards messages. Album art that tells the future. Metal's never been just about the music. It's always had a foot in the other world. Not every story here is supernatural. Some could be coincidences. Some are clever. But they all prove one thing. The darkness in metal isn't just for show. Sometimes it bites back. So what's your creepiest metal story you've ever heard? I want to hear it. And what band do you think actually tangled with something real? And then tell me what album cover still freaks you out. I've got quite a few, but I'll leave it up to you. So drop it in the comments. Do me a favor, like, sub, hit that damn bell. We're not done digging yet. I'm Fred Carroll. This is Headbangers History. The devil in the detail.